Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Hi, welcome to Haitian American Caucus TV. Hi, my name is Sam Pierre. I am your executive director of the Haitian American Caucus, and I'm excited to be here this Saturday afternoon with you to talk about how to be civically engaged in your community. First and foremost, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2021 HAC. We have so much going on, and I'm really excited about bringing all this different content and this different value over to you at home. So we're gonna keep it really nice and easy and brief. I'm really excited to talk about HAC and everything that we're going to bring to you guys this year. So feel free to tune into HAC right now. If you haven't, go on YouTube right now and subscribe to the Haitian American Caucus. Also, go to our website, as you'll see on the screen below, www.hacglobal.org/join. Join HAC right now if you haven't joined already. And we're really excited about the programming that we're going to be having. We're going to be having programs on Saturday afternoons. We have Word of Inspiration on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. I'm excited to announce HAC Radio, which is one of our new programs. It's going to be happening Sunday nights for in Haitian Creole, exclusively in Haitian Creole, plus other programs that we're going to be having during the week. So I'm excited about HAC in 2021. We really want to bring value and continue to do more mission, which is to give access to resources that will foster self-development and success. So without further ado, welcome to How Can Haitians Be More Civically Engaged in 2021. So first and foremost, I want to jump right in and bring in my brother, my social justice Reverend Kevin McCall, who's going to jump in and jump in with this conversation right away. Reverend McCall, man, how you doing, brother? Rev, how are you, man? Rev, can you hear us, Rev? Can you hear me, Rev? Rev, can you hear me?
I can't hear.
Okay. Maybe you should reload, Rev. Their audio. Okay, so what
I
we'll
can
try
hear
to
you
do
now.
is okay, perfect. Rev, talk to us, man. Reverend Kevin McCall, who's the founder of the Crisis Action Center. He and HAC, Crisis Action Center and HAC, we've been partnering on the social justice movement. We've been doing tremendous work in 2020. Reverend Kevin McCall was in the forefront of the George Floyd situation. He was right there on the ground. He was there. He put so many different rallies and marches together. Reverend McCall, myself, and a law firm of EEP, which is our sponsor for today, we've been working together to make sure that social justice is in the forefront of all priorities and that everyone has access to legal representation so that our communities can move on and be better. So, Reverend McCall, first of all, we just want to say thank you for all the work that you're doing. And secondly, I just want to jump right in, Reverend. Welcome everybody, but also talk about the importance of being involved, civically engaged.
Well, Happy New Year, Sam, and everyone. I'm thankful for this opportunity to continue to share how we can be able to be more civically engaged like never before. I think that the time is now. As you can see, what is happening in DC for quite on January the 6th the other day, it's definitely something that folks should be more engaged in terms of conversation, in terms of joining some type of organization, in terms of registering to vote. It's really impeccable that we really try to just be a part of something and not just sit on the sidelines and watch TV or use your fingers to be on social media to retweet stuff, but to get into the action and get into what is happening around you. Don't wait until something happens in your home and hit close to home or in your community that you decided to now you want to be, active.
Active,
So
right?
it's it's important to be able to be active, be proactive by being active. And it's important to continue to do that on a daily day basis. So I've been doing this work for the last 18 years,
Nice.
and I've been trying to be able to just have folks be active, any which way you can. You may not march, you may not protest, but there's different ways that you can do both. And you can sign petitions, you can start a petition, you can do a phone banking campaign against the policies that you want to change. Just different ways that you can protest. It's not necessary with always your feet and your voice, but it's actually doing something. And it's important that you can be able to do it by using your voice and being active. So it's great that people are now more engaged, but we need to continue to keep the fire burning
Right.
and keep people more involved, and don't just wait till something happens and then
Right.
now you want to say, no justice, no peace.
That's right. That's right. Well, Kev, man. Well, Rev. Thank you, man. Listen, man, we got a lot of work to do, man. People don't know how far we go back, man. We go way back. I got a picture of you and I when we did a rally, like when back in the day when before the public advocate was a council member, way back into but when HAC first started,
That's right.
around what was happening with the earthquake and stuff like that, man.
Yep.
So back when we was rumbling and tumbling in East New York, Brownsville, and Canarsie, back in our
That's right.
early days, man. So
That was when
there's
Pat
no.
Robinson said some derogatory comments about Haitians.
There you
He said
go.
we had a rally. I remember. Yes, sir.
Absolutely, man. And so we've been kicking it from since then, and it's never too early for you to be active or to or have your voice be heard, man. And I think we're the two of us are examples of that. We've been on the streets, on the pavements, rallying around social justice for a very long time. So look, man, thank you for being on here, man. We're gonna be doing a lot of work together, CAC, and I'm excited for us to continue having these conversations and for us to do great work, man. Thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Guys, so you guys just heard from Reverend Kevin McCall from the Crisis Action uh, Center, who talked about how his center is out there on the streets. He's working hard for different civil rights groups and civil engagements. And, it's never too early. Me and Reverend McCall started very young in our early 20s being activists, and we're still doing the work now. We're expanding, our companies are expanding, our organizations are expanding, but we are doing the work and we're pushing through. So I'm really excited about that. So I want to jump in. The question today is how can Haitians be more civically engaged? And, you know, January 1st was the independence of Haiti. For those of you who don't know, Haiti gained its independence from France, back in 1804. January 1st, 1804. And a lot of people have heard that, they hear the Haitian pride, but I don't ever think we've ever had a conversation about why are Haitians so proud about this date and what is the significance behind this date. And I think we want to start with that so we can get the conversations going. So I'm going to throw in here Laurent Lochard, who is part of who is the chairman of our technology committee here at the Haitian American Caucus, but he's also a undergraduate student at Vanderbilt University. Laurent, we want to bring you in here, and we're gonna switch it up a little bit because in 2021, HAC also wants to show the world that we speak Creole too, because we want to be bilingual in our resources and bilingual in our information sharing. So, Laurent, parle avec nous, Laurent. Comment ça va, Monsieur Laurent?
Pas plus mal, non? Pas besoin de poser avec comment ça va, nous parlons français là, nous dans créole.
Non,
So,
non, non,
pas
non,
plus
non, 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 non,
mal
non. Non, bien
pour
parler
envoyer
créole,
stade.
oui, papa. Ah, moins bien, moins bien. OK. So, Laurent, premièrement, expliquez-moi qui est souillé, qui position dans HSI et qui ça t'a aimé faire dans l'année 2021.
Monsieur Laurent Locham, c'est chef comité technologie avec innovation de HAC. Je connais pour année 2021, je espère plus bien passé que 2020. connais HAC gan pile bagay n'a fait là, en pile développement, en pile programme, j'en te parle là, en pile bagay de communauté. So, just m'dame pour bien passer, pour faire un pile connexion avec communauté.
Bien, bien, c'est bien. And also, I want everyone to, all of our viewers to know that this is part of our sharing our culture with everyone. So if you're viewing and you hear us speaking Creole, we're going to be doing both. You don't have to run off. We're going to be doing English and Creole, right, Laurent?
Yes.
Laurent, tell them a little bit about Vanderbilt and your studies there, man, really quickly.
Sure. I'm an undergraduate student at Vanderbilt University. I'm currently a sophomore, and I'm studying biomedical engineering and electrical engineering.
Wonderful. Okay, great. That's beautiful. And we'll talk about HAC Tech and the committee and what you're doing at a later time. But today we want to talk about social engagement and being pour haïtien. Comment vous pensez haïtien qui dans États-Unis yo ta capable plus activer dans activité civique dans communauté haïtienne?
Well, en pile haïtien c'est mon l'église. Pour moi l'église c'est une côté que haïtien ka vraiment yo ka al faire ça besoin faire dans communauté, yo ka engagé avec l'autre monde dans communauté, yo ka servir communauté. So that's one of the number one places. But si son petit monde ou gen faire dans l'école ou ka engagé dans l'école, if you're in high school, if you're in college like myself, you can start a club. You can get funds to go and do things for the community. You can be involved in your local politics, in your community board, your block association, your local council member. And I feel I have to say, comme Haïtien nous-mêmes, I feel nous avons une responsabilité pour nous engager parce que nous te travail toi, you bataille toi, you souffrir toi pour nous gaspiller liberté. So nous avons une responsabilité pour nous engager.
Bien content. Dis ça en anglais tout pour moun yo ka comprendre ça fait dire.
Of course, as Haitians, our ancestors, they worked too hard, they fought too hard, and they suffered too much for us to waste our liberty. So we have a responsibility to be engaged, definitely.
Very, very good. Well, Laurent, thank you, man, for coming up, and you're doing some great work. And really quickly before you go, talk about your first civic engagement. Maybe joining a campaign at a very young age, maybe working, for a union, volunteering at a union. Talk to us about that.
Sure. I believe my first civic engagement would have to be joining a campaign for district leader here in Brooklyn. And that first campaign, we weren't successful the first time, I believe. We were successful the second time. And, that really jump-started things for me. So I've been fortunate enough to be involved in multiple campaigns with my local elected officials and multiple, things that are helping the community with HAC, with things I can do at school. So it's been a great journey.
Very, very good. So let's say somebody wants to join your tech committee. Or somebody wants to join HAC. What do you recommend? How can they join?
Oh, well, the first thing is, of course, go to hacglobal.org/join. Again, that's hacglobal.org/join. That is, the easiest way to get information, the easiest way to get involved. Everything's online nowadays. We're doing this virtually. So that would be the first step. And please reach out to me. My email is Laurent, that's LAURENT, at HACUS.org. And, we're happy to have you. We're happy to get involved.
Wonderful. Well, Laurent, thank you, man. Thank you for your time. It's a Saturday morning. You're a young adult. I'm sure you have tons of things going on, but you thought it not robbery to come on and be on HAC TV, man. We're excited to have you. We're excited to to chat more. And let's make it happen, man.
All right. Thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
Absolutely. So our next person that I want to bring and jump right in is another youth and another young adult who is a part of HAC that we could bring. Ryan LeBerriere. Ryan, how are you, man? We want to bring Ryan in to talk about everything. Ryan, how are you?
I'm well, and you?
Good. So Ryan, man, as a non-Haitian but a Caribbean person, but you're still realizing that being civic engagement and being a part of HAC is important. Like, I want to talk to the people a little bit, man. Tell them a little bit about Ryan. You're in high school, correct?
I'm in high school, yes.
Wow, wow. You're in high school and you're a part of the Haitian American Caucus. You're a part of the organization and you're working in the community and you're doing civic engagement. You're a part of the YMCA. Tell us a little bit about Ryan, man.
Yes, so my name is Ryan. I'm 16 years old and I'm from Flatbush, Brooklyn, New York. And I found myself to be very civically engaged within different programs, whether that be YMCA or other extracurriculars within my school or out of school. And I think that throughout this process in of itself, I was able to first gain skills socially, gain skills politically in the sense of just trying to make just trying to make sure that my voice and my voice of my peers is amplified, and most importantly, just being myself. I think that us as teens at times we feel in a sense like our voice doesn't count. I did a survey a while ago, and out of the responders, about 80% believe that their voice wasn't being amplified or their voice wasn't being heard per se. And I think that
Right.
from that we really have to realize that as young people, our voice does count and our voices have a say. And it's about finding opportunities and just finding the spaces to amplify our voices and really just being understanding of how things work and most importantly just embracing what we have as young people and our power as young people. I think that I was really able to gain these skills through different programs and just putting myself out there and really learning more about who I am as a person and the things that are around me. And yeah,
Very, very good, Ryan. So Ryan, what do you think if you had to tell a young person right now, besides joining HEC, what is another way you think that they can get civically engaged in the community?
I think that one thing about it is always reaching out. I think that reaching out and really yes, seeing what facets you can really go to in the sense of just trying to make sure that your voice is heard, whether that's emailing local official, to even just make sure or just visiting different offices or calling into different offices to really express your voice can also be one thing. Also, you could really even start your own thing, whether that's starting a small nonprofit for yourself or just making sure that you're able to amplify your voice through different programs that may be offered within your community, nonprofits. I think that there's a lot of options you can go about. But always, I think something that I've really learned is to always be bold and always think bold ways because if you think bold ways and you're able to act upon your thoughts, I think that from there things are really put to your fashion and you're able to grow a lot and learn a lot from doing that.
Wonderful, Ryan. So thank you so much, man. How can anybody reach you at HAC, man? What's your contact?
Well, personally, I'm very welcome to anything. So I would say I'll put my personal email, which is rlabarrie04@gmail.com.
And your HAC one?
I believe it is rlabarrie@hacus.org.
Wonderful, wonderful. So again, anybody, if you want to be a part of Ryan and Laurent's tech team, please join HAC, hacglobal.org/join. And you can definitely join their team, or you can reach Ryan at RLABARRIE at hacus.org or Laurent LOCHARD at hacus.org. So Ryan, thank you for your time, man. We appreciate having you, man. And we look forward to working with you, man. Thank you for joining HAC, and thank you for giving the young people the inspiration that they need to be a part of this amazing programming today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ryan. All right, wonderful. So we are moving right along. We've heard from Laurent. We've heard from Ryan. Today we're talking about engagement civique, right? Civic engagement. That is what we call it in Haitian Creole. That's right under me right here. Engagement civique, civic engagement, and how you can be involved. So we talked to Ryan, who's a high school student. We talked to Laurent, who is a college student. And now I want to bring a super professional, Dr. Jenny Ferdinand, who is a dentist. I want to bring her on so she can talk about how can professionals and young professionals get involved if they, how do they be civically engaged and civically involved. Dr. Jenny Ferdinand, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Your lighting is great, girl. Right now, you're in heaven right now, doing your thing. Jenny, thank you for joining us this Saturday morning. We know that there's so much going on. So, but Dr. Ferdinand, first of all, introduce yourself. Tell us about yourself a little bit and what you do, and then we'll jump right in.
Well, I'm a Haitian American. I was born in Haiti and lived there for over 9 years. And my family moved to the United States. I've been here ever since. Currently married to the most awesome man in the world, to me, Javon Ferdinand, and have three beautiful boys. So at this point, my career, my family life are the most important things to me. But in that, I want to make sure that I'm giving back to the community and truly inspiring young Haitian Americans to continue to move forward and be successful and have impact.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for having being here today, and that's great. You mentioned you were born in Haiti, but you're a big time dentist now in the United States of America, right?
Big
So, what
time,
if there
huh?
are other people? What if there are other people out here who may be doctors or lawyers or other professionals who would like to get involved and engage civically? What are some pointers that you can give to them?
Well, the biggest thing is civically engagement sounds like a big term and it sounds like you need to
Right,
be out in the government and doing all this political stuff. But honestly, being civically engaged means just working in your community, volunteering. It could be paid or unpaid,
right,
engagements. Just having impact on the youth, volunteering. We've heard from the young man earlier that's a teenager who's involved and doing great things at school. For me, it started at University of South Florida. I joined the Haitian organization there, and we did so much. I was actually Miss Haiti, and my focus was to provide resources to young Haitians in my community and just doing, things that show them that they can be professionals, they can be successful. And honestly, at the end of the day, it just takes hard work. Whatever you want to accomplish is all about putting in the work. Nothing comes easy. Trust me, being a doctor was not easy.
right.
And the obstacles we've had to overcome, all that does is it makes us stronger.
Right. Wow. That is phenomenal. Dr. Ferdinand, wow, we appreciate you coming on and talking about how, as a professional, a Haitian American professional, you're still able to volunteer or have your voice heard, or maybe help out or do some free hours, right, to help the community,
Right.
or take on patients that may not be insured, or do things to help the community grow. And we're really excited about that. We look forward to hearing more from you in 2021, in terms of our health and wellness programming. And we're really excited about all this work that you and the Health and Wellness Committee and the most handsome man in the world, Javon Ferdinand, is doing. Um, but we're really excited. Thank you for coming. And let's say somebody is a young professional and they want to join HAC, Dr. Ferdinand. What should they do?
You see that link going across the, the screen? Please click it, join hacglobal.org/join. That's the best thing you can do. You will truly, that's the first step that you can take. If you don't know what to do, where to go, just go ahead and click that link, join us. We'll guide you. We'll be there for you. Sam is phenomenal and his team is wonderful, and you will not be disappointed.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jenny Ferdinand. Thank you for coming here on our civic engagement programming, and we look forward to working with you in 2021.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No problem. So, once again, ladies and gentlemen, as you heard it today, how can Haitians become more civically engaged? Number one, volunteerism. You can volunteer with your local church. Right now, because of COVID, we understand that people can't go everywhere, but every organization, they're all doing service. So you can do a service program virtually. You can pick up the phone. You can call a senior at a hospital and talk to them. Seniors at senior centers, children at a hospital. They all need help. Everybody needs to hear somebody else's voice. That's a way. You heard Laurent talked about volunteering on a campaign, right? You can join. There's about 30 something council members and all your citywide elected officials who are up for re-election this year. So you can just Google, council races happening, or you can join HAC and we can help guide you to find those resources, You could join a campaign, you could join a local, you could join a citywide, the mayor, right? And if you're in New York City, the mayoral race. If you're anywhere else, you can find out where your local elections are happening. So Laurent talked about that. Ryan talked about volunteering in your high school. If you're a high school student, if you're a college student, volunteering and joining an organization within your college. And I know things are virtual. People are doing virtual campaigns. They're doing virtual conferences, and you can volunteer to be a part of that. And from the professional side, Dr. Jenny Ferdinand talked about giving your time. You don't have to be part of the government to be civically engaged. Right now, a lot of things are shut down, but community boards, they're still open. They still meet once a week. You have community boards. So you can join your community board. You can go and join the NAACP. HAC just renewed their membership with the NAACP this week. You can join the NAACP chapter wherever you are all over the world. And most importantly, you can join HAC and you can be a part of all of the volunteer and civic engagement work that we're doing here. So once again, I'm Sam Pierre, Executive Director of the Haitian American Caucus. I was excited to have brought this programming to you today. This program was sponsored by PayPal and EEP. PayPal is our social justice sponsor, and EEP is also our social justice sponsor. These are two corporations who have they've aligned their missions to ensuring that Haitians and Haitian Americans and non-Haitians all over the world can understand that they have access to information and resources that will foster self-development and success. Please, if you have any issues on the screen below, please reach out to EEP Law 212-532-1116, extension 1157. If you have any issues at your job or at work, or if you feel like you're being harassed, or if there are, if you're feeling any discrimination, EEP Law, they are the #1 law firm in helping people with personal injury, civil rights, discrimination rights. Feel free to reach out to EEP Law Firm. We have Reverend Kevin McCall, who just came on here. He serves as our social justice partner. He'll be on the ground making sure that our voices are amplified. And PayPal, who's our sponsor, who's helping us fund these programs. We want to thank PayPal for ensuring that everyone knows that there's corporations out there who care about us. So once again, I'm excited to be here. Our program was sponsored by PayPal and EEP. If you're a small business and you're looking for small business lending, PayPal does that. Feel free to check PayPal out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining HAC TV this evening and joining our Engagement Civic program, civic engagement. How can Haitians be involved in civically engagement? We want to thank you. Please, like I said, go to our website, hacglobal.org, to learn more about how you can be a member. Feel free to join our social medias at HAC_US on Instagram and Twitter to learn more about the work that we're doing, how you can get involved. And we look forward to having you on board. We have our word of inspiration tomorrow at 10 a.m. Subscribe. Go to our YouTube right now. Click that subscription button so that you'll get an alert about our Word of Inspiration program. I'm so excited tomorrow. We have Pastor Sony Pierre, who's going to be blessing us with a Word of Inspiration at 10 a.m. tomorrow at HAC TV, on YouTube, on our Facebook. We're extremely excited. I'm extremely excited. And I look forward to providing valuable content to the Haitian and non-Haitian community this year. So once again, my name is Sam Pierre. I'm the Executive Director of the Haitian American Caucus. On behalf of myself and the whole team here in the U.S. and Haiti, we would like to thank you for joining our programming. And one last plug, hacglobal.org/join. Join the Haitian American Caucus and enjoy the benefits that comes with your membership. Thank you very much, and you enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening.